viewers, let's look at this question. The question says a given volume of methane diffuses in 40 seconds. How long will it take the same volume of sulfur 4 oxide to diffuse under the same conditions? And you are being provided with the relative molecular mass of each, the relative atomic mass of each of the compounds, the methane and what? And sulfur 4 oxide. Alright. So, of course, you should know that this question is coming from what? Graham's law of diffusion under gas laws. So you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, EduSam Academy, so that you have your full, you can be updated on when I upload the full video on Graham's law of diffusion. Alright, so what we first do is to first write out our what? Our parameters. Good. So we have volume of methane. So that is, we will take volume of methane as our V1. So V1 equals to what? And they said they didn't give us the methane, but our V1 and our V2, that's the volume for sulfur oxide, they are the same thing. So we take it to be V. Are we together? Then what is the time that is given? That is the time that methane diffuses. We have T1 equals to what? 40 seconds. Good. Alright. So now they said how long will it take the same volume? That means our V2, because we are using 2 for sulfur oxide, and that is our second gas. So our V2 is equal to V because it is the same volume as that of our methane, which is V1. Alright. So how long? That is T2 now. Is equals to what? Unknown. That is what we are looking for. Good. Now, and okay, well, to diffuse under the same conditions. Good. So let's first write out let's get our relative molecular mass for methane and sulfur 4 oxide, so that we have it as our N. Good. So we have, what is for methane? Methane is written to be CH4. Are we together? So carbon is 12 plus hydrogen is 1, right? So 1 times 4 equals to, this is 4 times 1, that is 4, plus 12, that is what? That is 16 gram, 16, that is already is 16. Then we have, how about our sulfur 4 oxide? That is SO2 equals to, sulfur is what? 32 plus oxygen is 16 times 2. Good. So of course 16 times 2 is 32 plus 32 is equals to 64. Good. So these so we can put this as our M1, as our M2. Are we together now? Good. Now, if you remember, in Graham's law of diffusion, we have our what is it called? Our formula for Graham's law of diffusion. Remember what Graham's law of diffusion states? That Graham's law of diffusion states that at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. You can use it in terms of density, or you can use it to the square root of its what? Relative molecular mass. But here, because we are giving the relative molecular mass, we are not giving the density, so we use relative molecular mass, and this is what it says. So our R1 over R2 equals to the square root of what? Of our M2, not M1 over M1. Are we together now? And where R is not given to us, we use this formula to find our R, which is what? Which is R equals to V over what? Over T. Are we together? So this is our R1. So we will use our V1, our T1 here. So to find our R, we can say R1 equals to what is our V1? V over what is our T1? 40. Are we together now? So my R2 will equals to B for this. So it will be V2. So I will just put it as V over what? Over my T2. That's what I'm looking for. T2. So whenever I see R1 and R2, so my R1 is what? V over 40, and my R2 will be what? V over T2. Then I will put my molecular mass for what? For my M2 over my M1. Are we together now? So let me clean this question so that for space. So now I have my R1, which is what? V1. Okay, yes, V over 40 divided by what is my R2? V over T squared. Are we together? So I can, equals to, okay, let's continue with this first. So my M2, what is my M2? My M2 is what? 64 divided by my M1 is what? Is 16. Are we following? So let's just take it step by step. Step by step. Alright, so if I should rearrange this, if I should rearrange this, another shortcut is just multiply far times far, that is V times T2, and the near, those ones that are closer, 40 times V. There's another way you can just say, V over 40 times, you take this one out, that is T2 over what? Over V. That's still the same thing, equals to square root of 64 divided by 16. Are we together? So we can have V T2 over, of course, this one cancel out. Are we together? This one cancel. We have T2 over 40 equals to square root of, so if you divide this by this, we'll have, we'll have 4. Yes, so we have square root of what? Of 4. And what is our square root of 4? So we have T2, okay. So we have T2 over 40, isn't it? Equals to square root of 4 is what? Is 2. Are we together now? So we have T2, if we cross multiply, T2 times 1 equals to T2 equals to 40 times 2. So our T2 equals to what? 80 seconds. And that is our final answer. So if methane diffuses at the rate of, what is our rate? Remember, at the rate of 40 seconds, according to our question, at the rate of 40 seconds. Now is that that is sulfur 4 oxide will diffuse at the rate of what? 80 seconds. And this is our final answer. Thank you for watching.